Fortune Bay is advancing its flagship Goldfields gold project in Saskatchewan towards a pre-feasibility study. The company is also conducting exploration drilling to strengthen Goldfields economics, and those exploration results are coming in. This week, Fortune Bay announced that it drilled 9.9 grams per ton over 7 meters, with 3.7 grams per ton over 21 meters in a large step out from Box deposit. Here to discuss is Fortune Bay's Chief Executive Officer, Dale Verran. Dale, welcome to Mining Stock Daily.
Thanks, Michael. Good to be here.
Your VP Technical Services called this result evidence of a much larger gold system. Dale, what have you found?
Yeah, it's a great result. We weren't expecting necessarily grades that high, but we were expecting to hit something. We know on the Goldfields project there is a larger gold system. We have two deposits there. The Box deposit, it's a much larger, high grade deposit, and then 2 kilometers away we have the Thona deposit, and there's actually only one hole drilled between these two deposits in what we call the Goldfields syncline, and that was drilled in 1988, and there was around 4 gram a ton over 3 meters. It's not a huge result, but we knew the mineralization continues between the deposits. So when we stepped out with this hole from Box, we were expecting to get into the mineralized unit, which is the granite, and we hit it roughly where we expected. It was actually a bit shallow than we expected, but got a fantastic result. So this is just really that evidence that this thing does keep going. It's much larger. We have yet to find the full extent of it, and a really exciting result that points toward resource growth potential.
So you've got this hole. What is the next steps for that in terms of kind of modeling this out?
Yeah, so when we drill holes, we collect a lot of data, obviously the geology itself. We also measure all the structures, and we're busy compiling that with from our recent drilling with our historical drilling results, and putting together, expanding out our model to be predictive as to where these high grades will go and where to test them in future programs. So that work is all underway. And once we have the full interpretational results, we'll be planning the next phase of drilling to target these high-grade structures that sit below this open pit we already have designed for the project. Produces tremendous economics, but we know beyond that open pit, there's a huge amount of potential to build a underground resource, and we just need to get some more drilling done.
I want to get into the other side of the project in a minute, your development side as well too. But talking about the season, how long is the exploration program going to run? What's the outcome you would like to see? And then also kind of folding that into largely what you're building at Fortune Bay.
Yeah, we've gone through what we call our winter drilling program. I think a lot of people know drilling in Canada, it's quite seasonal. So we've gone through a winter program. We drilled just over 3,000 meters, and the objective was really to test a few of these targets and to see evaluate where were the best, chances were to build resources on the project. So we drilled at Box, 5 holes total. We drilled at Golden Pond, it's a historical occurrence. We drilled 7 holes there, and then 3 at Frontier. Those results are all coming in, and that's going to help design where we go next, what we do. There's 2 other targets. We have one near at what we call a Thona West and one at Triangle. We didn't get to drill this winter. They're more amenable to summer drilling, so we're looking to do that as well. But there's a range of targets, across the project, and this initial phase is really to just point us in the right direction where the best potential is, so we know where to focus future exploration meters on the program, on the project.
When you say come in, has the news flow finished as far as exploration program, or are you expecting to publish more?
No, we still expect. We've only released assays for the drilling we did at the Box deposit, the exploration drilling at the Box. We are expecting assays from Golden Pond and Frontier still to come in, so we can look forward to news coming out of those over the next few weeks here.
Let's talk about the development side. How's the work going on the PFS? What's all the top tasks that you're working on?
Yeah, work's going well. We had a winter program planned, and it was really run in tandem with the exploration drilling. We're busy doing that, finishing that off now. Some of the drilling for the winter, the program at the Box deposit, where we're drilling holes, not exploration holes, different types of holes. They into the deposit itself, into the pit area where we're collecting geotechnical data It's going to help refine the design of the open pit and look for optimizations on that open pit. And then we also started the sampling program to get enough material together for metallurgical test work. And that's really just to firm up on some of the metallurgical or processing methods that were defined in our preliminary economic assessment. So the PFS work's going on track. We're lining up summer programs now. We're going to keep going with the geotechnical work, the metallurgical work, looking at some of the infrastructure components, and then also some of the waste rock characteristics, because we got to better design the waste rock dumps, etc. So all that's going along as planned, and we're looking forward to an active summer program as we collect more and more data toward the PFS.
Goldfields is your flagship. You do hold other assets, so you have the project in Mexico, and there's also an Athabasca Basin asset as well. Any updates? I'm asking Dale because the uranium market is heating up right now.
Yeah, perhaps just focusing on the uranium first. I mean, we've got a tremendous set of uranium projects on that northern rim of the Athabasca Basin. We know it's the place to go looking for these high grades in uranium, and we have 6 projects in total. We got in there early ahead of the staking rush in Saskatchewan. We have, uranium expertise in our team. So we've got these 6 projects. We've farmed them out. So we've got 2 partners that are earning into these projects. There's a Canadian listed company and an Australian group that's about to list. And they've been in touch with us, of course, and we're planning out some summer programs now with the operator. It should be a substantial investment. We'll be able to release some news on that soon as to what the exact plans are and how much will be spent, but we'll be looking to do drilling across the projects this summer. Really exciting because it gives our shareholders upside in terms of we can retain a stake and equity stake in those projects. But also, because we operate, we generate the management fees, operator fees, as well as option payments from that. So it's non-dilutive for shareholders, and brings in some revenues as well that, it actually covers about half of our G&A. Not a lot of people know that. And then just stepping outside the uranium and Saskatchewan, in Mexico, we have a really good gold asset. It's got 1.7 million ounce historical resource, tremendous exploration potential. We were looking to get that project going this year through some more exploration. There's a lot of upside there. We see great targets. But there's a complication with the state government that put a protected area over a small portion of our concession, but it does impact some of our key target areas. So we're currently working with the state government to get that resolved and have those protected areas allocated elsewhere, so it doesn't inflict on our mineral rights. And we're working very constructively with the state government on that, in parallel with a legal process that we needed to initiate just to protect our federally granted mineral rights. So very optimistic we're going to be able to move that project forward, and maybe this year, maybe later year, but we've got some work to do there. But in the meantime, very busy in Saskatchewan, advancing on a great gold project in Goldfields, and then having partners spend on a really nice suite of portfolio of uranium exploration projects.
So lastly, Dale, just talking about news flow then, so for the rest of 2026, so I expect that we would see more exploration results come in that you're doing around Goldfields. There are also potentially maybe news if it's coming out of those assets, and then news that you're anticipating out of the development.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see assay results come over the next few weeks here from Goldfields. We'll also have some development updates in terms of the work we've been carrying out and completing toward the PFS. Outside of the PFS, we also, there's also the permitting pathway that we're advancing in parallel with the PFS studies, and that's, regulatory engagement and working with the communities on talking about a new mine development there. And then, of course, also on the uranium assets, announcement of plans and for the summer, and then obviously drilling results as they come out. So be a really active summer, lots of news for the company, and really excited to get going with everything that is mapped out for us.
Dale, thank you for speaking with Mining Stock Daily.
Thanks, Michael. Great to be here.
The information presented should not be considered investment advice. Mining Stock Daily and its affiliates are not responsible for any loss arising from any investment decision in connection with the material presented herein. Please do your own research or speak with a licensed financial representative before making any investment decisions.